Hello my friends, I hope you are fine. So 2024 is coming to an end and it is time to feel old. It's been 20 years since the release of Star Tales. It is my first album. Yes, it was on the 13th of November in 2004 that Star Tales was officially released. And I want to salute all my friends who have been following my journey through the decades. Star Tales is my most important work since it was the inaugural journey of my music explorations. Looking back at who I was in 2004, I see a happier, clueless Thanasis, and I want to be just like him once again. I remember fondly all of the members of the project, and I want to thank them again from the heart for their assistance in those initial music steps. Looking back at the 10-year anniversary and the video I posted in 2014, I see a troubled, uncertain Thanasis. I am happy to say that today I feel more focused and confident into who I am and what is my purpose. In that 2014 video, I had posted some behind-the-scenes footage of the Star Tales drum recordings that took place in Germany, which was one of the highlights of the album. I was very fortunate to meet and work with all the people at Gate Studio in Wolfsburg, but especially collaborating with Alex Holzwarth was a huge honor, and I'm very happy to consider him as a friend still to this day. So I have this idea for this 20th anniversary to maybe give Alex a call and chat a little bit about those good old days of the Star Tales and Ocean Dynamics recordings. So let's call Alex and have a little chat.
So great to see you, Alex. How are you?
I can't believe it.
Yeah, me too. It's great to see you.
I can't believe it. I mean, is this the same flat I was in?
Yes, it is the same flat. You were here in 2005 for Ocean Dynamics. And
yes.
Yes, it is. Now, this is the reason that I had the idea to call you. My question to you is, do you remember these guys? Do you remember these guys who these two guys are?
Yes, absolutely. Man, my God.
Yeah. You haven't changed a lot. I have grown older, I think. You are like Highlander, you don't change. I don't say that.
For you, I mean, it's just a beard, you know. So but it's funny because if you think about those times, about your age when you started, I mean,
if
around
you see
20,
the pictures, yeah. It's
children, come on.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
20 years ago, when I first met you in Germany, it was a great experience for me because I had never been in a professional studio and stuff. I was just after high school and university, and it was. I tried to stay cool those days, I remember, but inside I was like screaming, "What am I doing here?" And
you know what? It's so funny because you know when you know about the studios and stuff, and you come there for the first time, you think everything is like magic, but it's actually just normal stuff. And
it is normal.
It's so funny because it's the same story. The Rhapsody guys told me when they went there for the first time. For Legendary Tales, okay, it was the same for them. You know, first time experience in the studio.
Exactly,
and all those funny stories, you know, it's great, man. I love those stories, especially when we meet again next week with the guys, you know, for the show on the 28th with Dawn of Victory. We play all the hits, you know. 28 on the Power of the Dragon Flame Festival in next week on Saturday, 28, and we're gonna meet and we're gonna laugh a lot. And
that's awesome.
I hope we're also gonna play good, you know.
Yeah, you will, I'm sure that.
You never know.
I remember those days when we recorded Star Tales. It was just after a Rhapsody album that you did. It was, I think, Symphony of Enchanted.
Oh my God, yes, it was the first.
The second part, Symphony of Enchanted Lands.
Yeah. Symphonies of the Enchanted Lands Part 2, yes.
Part 2, yeah. It was just after I remember Rhapsody leaving, and we kept the setup of the drum mics and everything.
I remember it was killer, actually, you know. It was great, man, great times.
Yeah.
I remember when you were talking about those files they sent you to Greece.
Yeah.
And it took forever for you to download them.
Yeah.
With a modem or something, right?
With a modem, yeah. That was before fast internet, all of those new apps and the social media and the iPhones and.
But at least we have a chance to talk now like this. I mean, come on, that's.
Yeah.
And also, you are doing great now, I think.
I have so many projects right now with various metal fusions with electronic, and now I'm trying some more electronic, more ambient, new age sounding with Cortesa. You remember Cortesa?
Oh, sure. Say hi.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember the food we had.
The food, yeah.
Excellent fish food. The fish restaurant.
By the seaside of Thessaloniki.
Absolutely, man. That was so amazing. And I thought I gotta go home the next day, but it was another day more, you know. You remember?
Yeah.
Finished recordings. But the fish was it was excellent. And I also remember the gyros.
The gyros, yes, of course.
You know, the one around the corner.
Yeah.
They were great. I remember you bought not one, we had two because it was so good.
Yeah. Nowadays, my stomach cannot process this. But
you know, I have to take care too, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But also for the recordings, I remember the sweet stuff.
The sweets, yeah. I have the photo somewhere. I will send.
Yeah, I have it. Still have it. I have it. But I took it in the plane, and the people were like jealous.
Yeah,
you know,
sure. Yeah.
And I had it on the floor, Tom, and we recorded. And I had
it by the floor.
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, great.
The Ocean Dynamics recordings were awesome because we met and we had a better time together and get to know each other and we had more fun, I believe.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
It was super. I think the music was back then was already very much futuristic, and now I think it's great for you now, right? To be in this. It's a lot of people doing that now, right? But you were one of the first.
Yeah, using synthesizers back then, I was one of the first that was using heavy synthesizer sounds in heavy metal back in 2004 that we did Star Tales. The synthesizers were considered toxic for heavy metal. Everybody was, we don't want any synths. Now everybody is using electronics and samples and stuff like that. Back then, I remember Sasa was telling me your material is very exotic. And that's why I always had trouble finding people for record labels and people to promote it back then and find a label to release it. Yeah, that's why I did it myself. I have a small following, but they are very passionate. I have very good friends that I may not have lots of followers, but they are very passionate, and that's very heartwarming. What I can say through all those years is that I have not forced myself to create something more commercial or to
maybe you should. You need one hit song, you know.
Oh, yes,
like his "I Was Made for Loving You." Just write a song like this.
That's one, yeah.
I mean, on that record, every song is like a hit.
Yeah, okay. Back then, all they needed
just for the money, you know, for your new car and stuff. Just write one song. In 5 minutes, like they all say, like I wrote this hit like in 5 minutes on the toilet, and then you have a big car outside and all that nice stuff.
Back in those days, we were clueless, and me included in Star Tales, clueless of the workings of the music business, and we thought that the world will be ours and everything.
Yes,
all the
great. But that was the reason why we did it, no?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sure.
You know, everybody wants to have the world, you know, owns the world or whatsoever what it is, but you want to be, I don't know, you want to give a special part to people, and you hope they like it, okay? And that's what you would like to do forever. And if you don't believe in it, there's nothing wrong about it. So you have to be too much enthusiastic, right?
Yeah. You should be a dreamer, always. I am a very optimistic person, and I always have big dreams, no matter how much slaps I get from life and the business side of things. But I am a big dreamer, and I always try to see things positively.
That's a good thing. I mean,
I've seen you've installed electronic drums in your studio.
Yes, I mean this is for my drum lessons, for the butterfly lessons. It's kind of a bit of a sound thing, because before I was in my cellar with the real drum kit. Now these are real drum. The kick drums are real, and but I have the specifications and all that equipment which make me feel, and it sounds like I'm on stage. Sounds are great, but I don't like the gum cymbals. As you know, when I recorded the Ocean Dynamics, you had this special company with what
with
was
Roland. It was Roland.
Yeah, but
oh yeah, it was a Kit Toys. It was called the special company that made
a special one.
Yeah,
and it was no gum. It was different from the feeling, but like those, you know, zilch and low volume cymbals very much, and I take not overheads, I take underheads, and I have a little bit of cymbals in my head, and that way it feels really like real cymbals, real kind of, you know. But anyway, for me this is great, and for the lessons, you know, it's the people crystal clear what you are talking about. Analog drums is still analog drums, as everyone knows, you know. So a flam and this component all together, it's like playing two flams, landing on the one, at the one, this is what we want. Third component of the drum fills, check this out.
Do you still use Pearl double bass pedals? Do you use the
so I'm a Pearl endorser. And because of the reason. And the reason why I play Pearl drums, let me say it's the best reason to play drums. Yes, I agree, but my reason is the pedal.
The pedal is amazing,
Because the Pearl Eliminator, when it came out, I chose that one. Before I had others, you know, I started with Tama Flexi Flyer for the first Teachers records with a belt drive, and I still have them. It was kind of similar to Camco, but in the shop they did not have it. But I wanted to buy a pedal. I wanted to start, so I bought the Flexi Flyer, which was great. Simon Phillips was playing it.
Then
I went to Yamaha. But I broke the Yamaha, the metal. They broke two pads. I broke it, and then it came out. The first was 5000 DW.
The DW,
Yes, with single chain, Delta 1, and then the Eliminator came out. And that was when I played it. For me, that was a game changer to me. But I also have here, as you noticed,
I have the Demon one.
You know, I have all the pedals. I even check out. Sometimes I'm happy to be an endorser and to be able to check out prototypes. So, but I have the chain Demon now, and
the new ones, the XR. Do you have the XR?
I had it as a prototype. I don't play it now at the moment because I'm so happy with my other stuff now. But it's great pedal, and it's the only direct drive I really love. When you don't feel it as a direct drive. It's like a chain, because direct drives can be sometimes strange if you play like funky stuff or groovy. It follows too much, and it's like a strange habit. If you play through double bass, you know, like always the same, it's different story. But for me, that was strange, you know. Check the link in my bio for drum lessons, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.
I was always a big fan of your double bass technique, and my favorite work from yours, Angra's Angel's Cry. And you mentioned of a special technique called butterfly technique, and that I see. Want to say of what is behind this technique, a bit of details?
A bit of details. Yeah, we don't have to advertise it now, actually, but it's kind of, you know, I do this double bass classes since so many years. It's double bass only classes in Drummers Focus Munich since it's like, let me see, almost 20 years now, when I did the first workshop tour around, Germany, around the Drummers Focus. And then it started, I did this 10 months double bass only classes. And since so many years, I'm still on stage playing live, and I'm doing classes, but not just, a few. This is my main job, actually. I love to teach. Yeah, what I discovered in those years, thanks to my students, I had all kind of drum students, pros and all kind of, for double bass lessons. Since so many years, I always, I was searching for the most easiest way to play double bass, and the most natural way. Okay. And this is the butterfly technique, nothing more, nothing less. The key point, or the key, I would say, is to be grounded, and that's kind of, I can tell everybody, there's no secret about it. I try to have contact to the floor with my heels while I play. I play with the whole leg, and it's kind of that way. It's like with the hands, actually. It's the same like the hand technique. Before, it was always like you play heel down for jazz or for snare technique, or you play heel up all the time like a heavy metal drummer. That was like in the 80s, 90s, and still now, and fantastic drummers play like this. But I just took like best of both worlds, actually, to do the stroke with all your leg, and then you relax afterwards again. Because why you stay up there? You would never stay in your office with your heels, up.
Exactly. Yes.
Never. So you do what you normally do to get a nice contact to the instrument, and and create something like getting something back from the instrument, the feedback. This is what you want, and this is what you want with the people out there. Okay. And for that, this is actually, for me, this is nothing special. The name Butterfly is just that the people maybe remember me.
It is a very intriguing name.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, when the name came, it was like, I wanted to call it like swing technique or something. I had different kind of names, like when you have the pedal, or you have the swing feeling, and you're grounded, kind of. You give the weight of your legs to the ground, and you don't have to deal with it. And I was playing in my cellar, and there were some butterflies flying around in my garden. Yeah. And I was like, my God, I feel like the butterflies fly like this, And then it was like, okay, that's the name, that's perfect. And 1,000 things, like that, came step by step to the full picture of the butterfly technique. The people really love it, and it's a big advantage for them. It's super easy to understand. You just have to do it. There's nothing hard to do, like in all my classes and drum lessons. Nothing hard to do. It's just you need time to do something, and that's the truth. And everything else, if you know the right steps and you know the direction where to go, it is it's super easy, and it's great. You're getting even more young when you play the butterfly.
Yeah, that's all. I will start trying to.
All true. It's all true.
All true.
It's a lot of great ideas behind it, and you can also take it for all your life, and maybe you're gonna be a better human being afterwards because you understand a lot of things. Why not? Sure. I mean,
of course, the principle and the practice that you have to go through to practice every instrument will make you a better human, more patient and focused.
This for sure. Without music, we would be nothing, and this is without a doubt. Yeah.
It has been a great honor to have met and worked with you all these years, and
same
great to see you again after so many years.
Yeah, man, we have to repeat soon.
Yeah,
and we stay in contact to the social medias, because that's the positive things, actually. Even if you like a video of mine, I see it. If I like some videos, and we don't have to that much time that we can talk every day like this, but we have still this, hey, I'm there.
Every time I see a video of Alex, I get a little smile in my head.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And people should also check your
my accounts for the links and stuff for lessons, and that's what I focus also on. Super.
It has been an honor. Thank you very much, Alex.
Same for me. Brother. Have a great time.
Yeah, have a great holidays and a new
Same
year
for you.
full
Yes.
of music and creativity.
Absolutely. Let's stay positive. Make this new year to do the best for making it a great one. Because as the world is going totally crazy,
We will stay positive and keep
absolutely,
the world in a
Always.
sane place.
always.
Thank you very
All
much,
right.
my friend. Great to see you. Thank you.
Okay,
All the
see you.
best.
Good luck,
Bye.
ciao.
Thank you.
Ciao,
Thank
Thomas.
you.
Yes, Alex is one of the kindest, most talented and down-to-earth musicians that I have worked with. It is truly an honor. Personally, I think he is a legend, not only because he helped shape the sound of power metal drumming as we know it today, but also for their way ahead of their time work in CG7. You should absolutely check my favorite CG7 albums, Sophisticated and The Art of Navigating by the Stars. You will be surprised if you only know Alex from his Rhapsody work. Listening to Star Tales today, it is maybe the only one of my records that I would like to have remixed and remastered. I feel that there are many things that I would like to improve in the sound of this record. Even in Ocean Dynamics 2 years later, I believe I had a much better sound, and I wouldn't change anything there. But if I had the time, I would like to revisit Star Tales and update it. At the same time, it stands as a monument for me, and I also have tons of new material for Dol Ammad to produce. Who knows, maybe for the 13th anniversary I will revisit and re-record it into a special new version. As you might have seen in my latest video with a Spotify disaster regarding the Obsidian Tyrant, this dumpster fire made me rethink of a lot of things. I have decided to focus more on protecting the value of my music and not be dependent on these shady corporations. Your comments and motivation in this matter have really strengthened me, and I want to thank you for that. I have pledged to bring back physical formats for all of my music, and I'm already saving up for physical releases of Astro Atlas and Monad. It would be great to finally hold these albums in my hands. I have also reconsidered Patreon as a great way that you can directly support my work. I was always under the impression that I don't have enough subscribers to start a Patreon page, and even though I have mentioned it in the past, I never really advertised or promoted it. But just after this Spotify mess, I got my first Patreon member. His name is Neil. He's a long-time supporter and great friend of my music. His messages and comments really opened my mind and encouraged me to develop and foster Patreon as a great platform for you, my friends, to support my music. You see, some may say that 1,400 subscribers is a small number. For me, it is an incredible number, and I am extremely happy to have so many friends that are interested in my work. This is a true and organic number, since I have never done any marketing for this channel or my music. It is much better to have true supporters than passing ephemeral bystanders that only boost your vanity through a rising number in a platform. The positive comments for my music that I receive on the videos in this channel are so invaluable to me, and I want to thank you from the heart. Your words truly motivate and help me. For those of you that can and want to support me more, I'm starting to upgrade my Patreon page. For the monthly contribution that you are able to pledge, you will have access to the Patreon-only newsfeed with exclusive behind-the-scenes content and exclusive downloads when they are available. In addition to that, your name will be featured in the Bandcamp and YouTube thank you sections, of all my new releases. To start Patreon and to celebrate this 20th anniversary of Star Tales, I decided to offer the elusive Dol Ammad demo of 2001. This is the first incarnation of Dol Ammad before the choir was added in the next demo of 2002, and of course later in Star Tales in 2004. I have never shared these recordings before, and they are now available to my Patreon supporters. I will also include some behind-the-scenes material of the upcoming new Dol Ammad track Stella Nova, as they become available the next weeks. So, looking back at this passing year, in 2024 I produced 3 releases, 2 of which were really special and important to me. The year started with the Dol Theta Inception soundtrack cover of the track Time on February the 16th. On the 14th of June we released the massive Dol Ammad opus The Obsidian Tyrant, which is one of my proudest Dol Ammad works. Finally, the 16th of October was the date that our new project, Cortesa, officially began its maiden voyage with the lovely track Blue Star. 3 very different and very special tracks, each with its own challenges and victories. After 2 years now since I've started working on a track-by-track basis, I have come to the conclusion that this has made me a lot more productive. Working on my projects in parallel instead of serially, which would mean focusing on a single project for years, helps me keep a vibrant creative flow. Each project acts as a counterbalance for the other. For example, when I was stuck with the Obsidian Tyrant, I hopped into the calming vibes of Blue Star and vice versa. This counterbalance of my different projects, my different colors, light and darkness, will be extremely obvious in 2025 when I release my upcoming new Dol Krug track. It will be my most ridiculous track ever. But of course, firstly the year will start with the new Dol Ammad track, Stella Nova, which is almost complete, and I hope to release it as soon as possible in the first months of 2025. Also, I have plans for new Lightbridge and Cortesa tracks, and of course more Dol Ammad. You should know that I'm always working on a Dol Ammad track in the background, since they require the most time and work to produce. But what about Dol Theta, I hear you ask, in agony? Well, something very special is brewing over there, but I will have more information soon. Up, up, up. Namaste. That's all for now. I hope you enjoy the holidays and have a fantastic new year full of health and creativity. Thank you again for supporting and being a part of my now 20 years journey of epic music creations. Here's to the next 20 years. All the best and space on.